Something smooth yet sinister, coming through to diminish you. And this here's the finisher. Check it out.
What is going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And as I'm sure you may know by now, guys, we got some new 7 stars thrown into the game. Alright, so the 7 stars from back in the day, units that we got now, we got 7-star Golem, 7-star Rina, and 7-star Raydn now in the game. Alright, so they pretty much break down what you need here in order to evolve them, which is pretty sweet. That's a new addition. It didn't used to do that, so I guess that's something I don't necessarily need to show in the video, but you know I will anyway. Alright, so they show you what you need to evolve them right here in the news, guys. So if you don't know, now you know. What we are going to do, we're going to evolve them and briefly discuss them. Alright, discuss the capabilities. So here's what you need to evolve them, as you already know. So just a quick showcase here. 1.5 million Zell per unit. I don't think they showed that in the in-game news. Alright, so we're going to start off evolving Raydn up to 7-star. So let's make it happen, baby. I'll become stronger for the person I want to protect. Back then it was him, and now it's you. Alright, so 7-star Raydn, he looking nice, but his capabilities, that's another story. Alright, so let's go ahead and break down what Raydn is capable of. First of all, normal hit count is 10 hits, has a drop check of 4 per hit for a maximum of 40. He has a 16 hit AoE BB that requires 25 BCs to fill up. He has a 18 hit AoE SBB that takes 20 BCs to fill up. And he has a 22 hit AoE UBB that takes 20 BCs to fill up. Damage modifiers: BB 270, SBB 520, UBB 1200. Alright. If you're going to be imping him, he's a normal imper. Alright. 1100 on the HP, 440 on the other 3 stats. Now, let's get down to his leader skill first off. So leader skill, Ice Drill's power, 120% boost to the attack of water types, enormously boosts spark damage, and that spark damage boost is by 100%, and probable boost to enemy spark vulnerability for 2 turns after effect is triggered. Alright, so he has a 10% chance to increase spark damage by 20%. Alright, so yeah. I personally wouldn't really use this guy for that, honestly. I think there are better units to use than this guy for that. But anyway, let's continue on. His extra skill is called Protective Ice Wall. Greatly boosts BB gauge when damage dealt has exceeded a certain amount. Alright, so basically when you inflict 10,000 damage with this guy, he's going to get 5 BCs added to his BB gauge, which isn't a lot, really, honestly. Alright, so let's move down to the BB. It's called Full Gore Lancer. 16 combo powerful water attack on all foes. As defense and no effect to attack for 2 turns, which I'm pretty sure is instant. I haven't tested that yet, but if it's instant, which I do believe it is, it'll be good for Metal Parade at least. Alright. If you do that, I'll probably add him to my Metal Parade squad, honestly. Alright, and boost spark damage for 3 turns. On his BB, he increases spark damage by 70% at max level. Alright. Now the SBB is called Elevagar. 18 combo powerful water attack on all foes. As defense ignore effect to attack for 2 turns. Boost spark damage, and once again that's about 70%. And add attack relative to defense for 3 turns, and that is a 60% conversion, guys. 60% of the defense is put into the attack. Alright. And then you have his UBB. His UBB is called Bifrost. 22 combo massive water attack on all foes. As defense ignore effect to attack for 2 turns, and greatly boost spark damage, which is by 120%, and boost attack relative to defense for 3 turns, and that is a 100% conversion. Alright, so he takes all that defense, alright, and throws it right into his attack. Alright, coolio, baby. And that's pretty much all Raydn's capable of. So in all honesty, I probably won't be using him for nothing but Metal Parade. Being straight up honest with you, I don't think he's that useful of a unit. He will get some attention in Metal Parade if he's instant defense ignore, which I truly believe he is. There shouldn't be a 7-star on the game that don't got instant defense ignore. If they have the capability to give you the defense ignore effect, it pretty much better be instant, or he's even more trash. I wouldn't even use him for Metal Parade if he's not instant. All right. So that's my quick thoughts on Raydn and his capabilities. Next food we gonna evolve. We're gonna evolve old Gravion. All right. So here's what you need to evolve Gravion, as you saw in the in-game news, along with 1.5 million Zell. Let's make it happen, Captain. So Gravion, he goes through a complete name change when he evolves up to 7-star. Let's check him out. I always, he did, I protect you too. Rada. Okay. So Gravion is now known as Colossal Vars in his 7-star form. Alright. Beautiful anima type, baby. HP on deck. But anyway, let's talk about his capabilities. So first off, he has a normal attack hit count of 10 and a maximum drop check of 4 per hit for a maximum of 40. The BB is a 13 hit AoE SBB. It takes 35 BCs to fill. The SBB is a 17 hit AoE and it starts at 40 but can go down to 31 BCs to fill. Alright, and the UBB is a 20 hit AoE and it takes 25 BCs to fill. Damage modifiers: BB 400, SBB 1000, UBB 1500. Alright, so the imps are a little different on Vars. You got 1000 on the HP, 600 on attack, 300 on defense, 400 on recovery. Alright, so let's get down to the leader skill, which is uber unimpressive in my opinion, but it's called Stone God Sanctuary. 40% boost to max HP and defense and probable damage reduction. Alright, so pretty straightforward leader skill there. I believe it's a 20% chance to reduce damage by 20%. Alright, and then you got his extra skill. His extra skill is called Another Soul. Probable 20% damage reduction. That's also a 20% chance. 20% boost to all parameters when the Golem Core is equipped. That's the GGC sphere that you get. And reduces BB gauge required for BB. And that's by 20%. Alright. Now, in order to get the reduced BB gauge effect, you do have to have the Golem Core equipped. But in order to get the probable 20% damage reduction from the extra skill, you do not have to have the Golem Core equipped, guys. Alright. Just a little information for you there. So let's get into his BB capabilities. The BB is called Gravion Fault. Alright. It is a 13 combo powerful earth attack on all foes. Enormously boosts own BB gauge fill rate, and that's by 80%. Alright. So since he has something like this on his BB and SBB, him having a fairly high BC cost actually isn't so bad. Alright. He helps himself out a lot with his BB and SBB. Alright. And then he also boosts critical damage for 3 turns. Now, I do believe that is a mistake, guys. It's been researched, and unless I'm mistaken, it's actually not critical damage that he increases with his BB. It's his critical hit rate, and that's by 60%. All right. So just want to throw that out there as well, so no one gets confused. I do believe it's been researched to be critical hit rate and not critical damage on his BB, Gravion Fault. All right. Now on the SBB, it's called Magnet Rejector. 17 combo massive earth attack on all foes. Probable huge 1-turn attack reduction. And that is a 70% chance to decrease the enemy's attack by 50%. And I think that's pretty much the highest to date on the SBB. 70% is a pretty good chance. Almost as good as like a UBB status. Alright, so that's pretty decent right there, honestly. That alone, in my opinion, makes his SBB pretty powerful. Alright, pretty powerful. Moving right along, enormously boosts own BB gauge fill rate for 1 turn. That's by 100%. Alright, and then on this SBB, he actually does increase critical damage for 3 turns, and that's by 50%. Alright, so this guy can hit like a tank. Alright, and he fills up his BB gauge nicely, due to the fact that on his BB and SBB, he increases his own BB gauge fill rate. Alright, pretty decent. Pretty decent. And then you got the UBB. It's called At the Limit. 20 combo massive earth attack on all foes. Probable huge attack reduction. That's 80% chance. 80% attack reduction, excuse me, and boost BB attack for 2 turns. And the BB attack is increased by 500%. Pretty substantial. Alright, so he's pretty tanky as expected. I like the fact that with his BB and SBB, he increases at least his own BB gauge fill rate, so that kind of averts his BC cost a little bit because it's pretty high. Alright, at max level, you're talking about 66 BCs, which is like top 5. I don't got them all in my head right now, but I'm guessing that's about top 5 as far as high as BC cost goes. Alright, so not too shabby otherwise. He does hit hard. Alright, so if you need somebody to add some straight up tankiness to the squad as far as attack goes, then yeah, you can smack somebody upside the head pretty good using Mr. Vars. Alright, so that'll do it for Vars. Now let's go ahead and evolve easily the most useful out of these 3 new units, Miss Rina. Alright, so here's what you need to evolve her along with 1.5 million Zell. Here we go. Rina is actually pretty useful. She has some use to her. Unlike these other 2, they're Raydn, I mean, just slightly useful. And pretty much the same with Vars. I don't see him being too useful. But Rina, she's pretty useful. I think she's pretty useful. I rebelled against the guys then, but that brought me closer to them. Was that their intention? Alright. Beautiful anima type, baby. So, Gilded Dogma Rina. HP for the win on that anima, boy. Alright, so, Miss Rina, here we go. Normal attack is 8 hits. Alright, she can get up to a maximum of 40 on the drop check, which means that she does a maximum of 5 per hit. Alright. Now her BB is a 11 hit AoE, takes 25 BCs to fill up. Her SBB is a 16 hit AoE, takes 22 BCs to fill up. Her UBB is a 20 hit AoE and takes 30 BCs to fill up. Her damage modifiers: BB 270, SBB 520, UBB 1200. Alright, she's standard on the imps, 1100 on the HP, 440 on the other 3 stats. Now, let's get down to her leader skill. So leader skill is called Golden Thunder's Power. 120% boost to the attack of thunder types, boost BC and HC drop rate, and that is by 15%. And hugely boost BB gauge fill rate, which is by 50%. Alright. So not too shabby of a leader skill in my opinion. Only downfall is for mono thunder squads, alright, which pretty much no one has anymore. Alright, people really don't too much use mono squads anymore. Alright, so unfortunately that aspect of her leader skill is not the greatest, but I'm down with the other 2. Alright, now her extra skill is called Beyond Faith. Slightly boosts BB gauge, alright, and that is 2 to 3 BCs per turn, and probable slight recovery of HP when attacked, and that is a 25% chance to heal 20% of the damage that she received. So pretty decent if it activates. That's pretty nice. Alright, now the Brave Burst is called Internal Grace. 11 combo powerful thunder attack on all foes, probable paralysis and curse effect, and that's by 45%. It's pretty nice. And gradually restores HP for 3 turns. So she got that HOT, baby. So on her BB, it's about 2.2 to 2.5 K, and 10% of the unit's recovery. So that's pretty decent. Alright, and then her SBB is called Exodd Spectrum. 16 combo powerful thunder attack on all foes, gradually restores HP for 3 turns, and it's pretty much the same as our BB, except it factors in 15% of the unit's recovery instead of just 10%. Alright, probable random status ailment infliction, so that's pretty much standard across the board. Pretty much every unit that got this is about the same. 10% chance to inflict curse, paralysis, or poison. 15% chance to inflict injury, weakness, or sickness. Alright, and boost the BB gauge when you get attacked for 3 turns, and that's 4 to 7 BCs when you are attacked. Alright, so as you can see with that SBB, she is very useful in my opinion. She got HOT, BB gauge when you get attacked. The status ailment infliction is a nice little bonus in there, as well as doing damage. So I think that's a very useful SBB that she has, in all honesty. So I may be using her as a sub unit. I'm pretty sure I'll never use her as a leader, but as a sub unit, I think that SBB is very useful. Easily the most useful out of the three, in my opinion. Alright, now you got the UBB. It's called God's Light Latreia. 20 combo massive thunder attack on all foes. Gradually restores HP and probable random status element infliction when attacked for 3 turns. So I really like that they do that. When you get attacked, bada boom, bada bing, baby. We in the game with them status elements. And also enormously boosts BB gauge when attacked for 5 turns, guys. 5 turns, not 3. 5 turns. Alright? So that is big. That is big right there. You usually don't get too many aspects of a UBB to last more than about 3 turns. But this is 5 turns that it lasts for. So when you get attacked, 50 BCs automatically thrown into your BB gauge for the following 5 turns. I think that's pretty big. I think that's pretty big right there. So Rina coming through strong in my opinion, alright? I think she's easily the most solid of these 3 new 7-star units, alright? And I'm pretty sure I'll be using her very soon. I can't think of another unit off the top of my head that gives BB gauge on attack and HOT, which are both very useful for pretty much anything. Anything in this game that can be useful. Alright, so Rina, she'll be definitely getting some attention from me. The other 2, not so much. Alright, so that's a quick 7-star evolution of the 3 newest 7 stars to touch down in Brave Frontier from the older units. Alright, so a little breakdown of what they're capable of, my quick opinion and thoughts on them, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. Alright, so I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you wish to join the Facebook group, link down below in the description. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And of course, I will be back at your screen with more Brave Frontier Global soon. Later, guys.